So sometimes I come across some very useful gadgets. In the reMarkable Pro, this is one of those gadgets. Because if you're a writer, this can be extremely useful to you. All right, because it's not exactly paper and it's not exactly a full-blown tablet. It's something that's in the middle. It's something that's in between. All right, and I played around with this for about a month, and it's actually a really good device. And if you're a person, if you don't really like all these 21st century gadgets, these smartphones and these tablets, all right, and you'd like to just write on paper, composition books and all that, but you're thinking about kind of switching a little bit to something more digital, this is gonna be the perfect device for you. I think it's the perfect device because the screen, it's like a glass textured screen that gives you that real life paper feel. All right, so, but it's on a digital board. So it's like a paper-like feeling that you feel like it's like you're writing on paper, but it is still a digital board. So in the advantage of it being a digital board, you know, all your files and everything that you write is really organized. You ever have a bunch of notebooks, you don't know where your notes are, you're just trying to fish around trying to find your notes? Well, you don't have to do that anymore if you have the reMarkable Pro. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. I have a lot to cover. My name is Mark Franks. Let's go ahead and do it. Let's go. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into it. Now, as far as the looks go, this is a very premium looking device. It looks very good. You can add a cover to it. You can get some accessories as far as a keyboard, but this e-ink device, that's the technology here. Oops, that's the technology. It's e-ink digital paper device. It looks very good. So great job, reMarkable. Now, as you can see, it's tremendously thin. This is 5.1 millimeters thin. So it's very thin, it can fit in your bag, no problem. This is 5.1 millimeters. The reMarkable 2 is 4.7, so it's just a little bit thinner, but this is much bigger with 11.8 inch screen. All right, so it's like a regular piece of paper here. You're not gonna have any problems there. Now, what's under the engine? What is this thing rocking here? Well, it has a 1.8 gigahertz Cortex, quad-core Cortex A53 processor. So it's moving pretty quick, guys. It's 2 gigabytes of RAM and it has 64 gigabytes of capacity. Now the reMarkable 2 only had 2 gigabytes capacity, but the reMarkable Pro has 64 gigabytes capacity. So you can put all kind of documents and ebooks in this thing and have no issues, guys. No issues with that. All right, so the main difference between the reMarkable 2 and the other reMarkable is going to be the color. So they have now the reMarkable Pro, it has color. It has 9 different colors, and we're gonna get into that. I'm gonna show you guys how to briefly give you guys a quick synopsis how to use this thing. It has 9 different colors. It uses like 1 million ink particle colors. So the colors on here is actually pretty good, guys. You got color pencils, you have markers, you have highlighters. It's actually pretty good, guys. I mean, it was a great job how they did this. It looks like you're coloring on just actual paper, guys. So the resolution on here is going to be 2160 by 1620. So 2160 by 1620. So it has really good resolution. You're not going to have any issues reading the words, or if you're reading the ebook, or if you're writing, it's really good. Another new feature they have on here, as opposed to the reMarkable 2, this reMarkable Pro has like a nightlight. So now if it's completely dark, you can read or write in the dark. All right, it has this little nightlight. You just increase the brightness of the screen and it kind of just glows a little bit. And it's weird how they did it. It has some type of technology where they can just create a light, because usually you create a light, you may have to make it a little bit thicker for the light to work, but they have some type of technology where they can still keep it very thin and create that light, create that reading light, that glow effect there. And it's actually pretty good. It's kind of remarkable how they do that. No pun intended, but this is a great device here, guys. Now, as far as the battery life, it can work up to 2 weeks of normal use. So normal use, this can work up to 2 weeks. Now in standby mode, if you're not using it, guys, it can work up to about 90 days. So that's a lot of battery power. That's a lot of battery capacity. So you can just charge this. If you're going hiking trips out in the woods, you can use some type of solar charger, solar panel, some battery, charge this up, and you can stay out there for months just writing and taking notes, using it as a journal. It's actually really good. Also, you can organize your files pretty good in this device, guys. So again, you're not going to have a notebook with a whole bunch of different things there. You can just have it organized, and you can send it via email. You can send it as a PDF, a PNG, or SVG file, and you can just send it through there, guys. Now, reMarkable does offer a storage, a server backup. You can use that for free, but you know, after like I believe it's like 50 days. If I got that wrong, I'll put it on the screen. After 50 days, if you don't open up your file, it'll delete it. So if you don't open up your file within that 50 day span, they can delete your files. Now there are other options, and I'll go through that when I'm showing you guys. You can actually save your files on your device, on your storage device. You know, you can save it. I can save it on my Google Drive. You can save it on a Dropbox, and you can do your own saving that way. All right, and I'll show you how I have it set up on my device. Now the screen here, the screen is a texture glass cover lens, so it's going to give you that paper feel. Now guys, it's not going to feel like 100% paper, but it's pretty close. You also have the marker. They call this a marker. It has a carbon fill tip, and it comes with 6 different tips, and those tips last probably, it depends on your usage, how aggressive you are when you write, but it can last between 2 to 4 months before you have to change your tip out. You can just go ahead and change it out, put a new tip in, and you're good to go. But it's gonna give you that paper-like feel, guys, and we'll see here in a second, but it'll give you that paper-like feel. Now it's not gonna be 100%, but it's gonna be very close. It's gonna be very close. So that's one thing that's actually really remarkable about this is, you know, it feels kind of like paper, and it's on a digital board. Now I want to say again about the battery life. This Paper Pro is going to be 5,000 milliamp hour battery life, as opposed to the 3,000 milliamp battery life in the reMarkable 2. So it has a higher capacity battery life, guys, and it takes 90 minutes to charge. So 90 minutes to charge this, I believe, to 90%. And as opposed to the reMarkable 2, it took 120 minutes. So it's going to be a lot faster there. All right, so that's actually pretty good. So it also has low glare. So you can be writing or reading in kind of direct sun. It has up to like 15% lower glare. So it's not like a glass screen that's gonna reflect light on it, guys. So it has that lower glare. So don't be afraid to just bring this out in the sun. You can put it out if you're on the beach or something, and you're just doing a picnic, or you're just out in the sun writing, and you'll be perfectly fine. You'll be perfectly fine doing that. Now the writing latency on here is going to be 12 milliseconds as opposed to 21 milliseconds. So right when you put that marker to this board here, it's going to write. There's no delay there. You're not going to notice that delay. So that's actually pretty cool. It's pretty cool there. Now one thing that I did forget earlier is the weight. Now the reMarkable 2 weighs just under a pound, and the reMarkable Pro weighs just a little bit over a pound. All right, so it's very light, guys. I mean, tremendously light. Now, obviously, if you put a keyboard on there or you put a cover, it's going to get a little bit heavier, but it's extremely light, guys. I mean, you just kind of move it around how you want, stick it in your backpack. Again, guys, it's a great built product, guys, a great built product. Now, who is this for? Would I recommend this product? I definitely would, but let me be honest here. I may not use this as much, because I use a regular tablet, and for what I do, I just need everything from that tablet. I need to get online. I need to copy and paste things. I also watch things and I write things on my Samsung S9 FE. But this right here is for school teachers. This is for guys and gals who don't really like the 21st century gadgets, who wants to have a simplistic writing experience. All right, this right here, this is for the Kindle e-readers. Now it doesn't have Kindle on it. You have to download EPUB, or EPUB is the format. You have to download ebooks from this different websites. All right, so it's not gonna be for the people that who wants to just use tablets and just write on tablets. You can also get like a film on a tablet, and it's kind of like paper, but it's not gonna be like this. This is for something that's in between. If you've been using notebooks all your life and you just now thinking about going digital, this is gonna be perfect for you. It feels just like paper, guys, and you can send it to an email, or you can back it up on your drive, guys, and it's it's going to be very different to you because now you can really organize things. You can put it in different files. It's similar how you organize folders, similar to a computer. So it's going to be that much more simple for you. And then you'll be able to use this for days and days, and you have to rarely charge it, guys. You can use it in the sunlight. You can use it at night with the nightlight. So it's going to be very useful to a lot of people. So if you're just coming from paper and just, you know, kind of thinking of just writing on a digital board or having digital notes, then this is going to be perfect for you. You know, you can move files around, you can color, you can pretty much do everything. You can use this as a presentation. As if you're teaching, you can use this as a presentation. So you can just write on here and they can see it on the big screen, or on your projector. You can send it to your projector. So it's really cool, and it's very useful for a lot of people. Very useful for a lot of people. Now the price on here, I'll put it down below. I believe it's between $500 and $600, or I'll put it on the screen here, the exact price as of right now. But again, prices are subject to change. But this is a great device. I highly recommend it, guys. Highly recommend it. And if you can't use it, you probably know someone who needs something like this. All right. All right, guys. So I'm going to give you a quick guide to what the reMarkable Pro can do here. It's gonna be really quick. I'm gonna kind of go through it kind of fast, but it came with a USB-C cord here, USB-C tip to USB-C tip for charging. You can charge it right here. All right. Came with a marker. They call this the marker. This is the pin. All right. And it goes to the side magnetically like that. So it attaches magnetically, and it's pretty strong on there. And then this marker came with 6 tips here. So six tips right in here. So one breaks, something you can add it to the marker, and it has some instructions here. All right, so right when you turn it on, it'll go through its little setup, and it'll say go ahead and create your passcode. So I already created a passcode here. I'm gonna go and put it in. All right, so I put my passcode in, and then it'll prompt you for Wi-Fi and all that. You can go ahead and connect it to Wi-Fi so you can sync it to the server. All right, so this is what it looks like here. And as you can see, I've been playing around with it. I got some little sheets here, some notebooks that I've opened up or that I've written here. So this is just the basic settings here. We'll go to the top, and as you can see it, we have my files, we have filter by, favorites, tags, and integrations. This is what you're basically going to see. They may add more to this, you know, as they update things, but this is what you're going to see right now. So with my files, you'll see my files, filter by, favorites, tags, and integrations. So my files, it's just gonna be everything that I have here, guys. I have, if you go to the plus button down here, I have notebooks, there's folders, and there's quick sheets. All right, so a notebook is just what you open up for a notebook. It's just like any other notebook, like a composite notebook that you have. Let's say you have hypothetically a math book or something like that. You just open it up, we'll go ahead and click on notebook. It'll ask you how you want it. You want it to be as like a daily planner. You want it to be line. These are the specific lines that's going to come across the screen. And I'm just going to put math here. I'm going to go ahead and type in math. And I don't want these lines. I'm going to view all. I'm going to see if I can get a blank sheet. Go down and see if I can get just a blank sheet without any overlays on it. Here we go, blank sheet. And that's it. So I'll go ahead and create, and it's going to create a notebook. If I go back out and create a notebook called math. So I can go in here, let's say let's do 4 times 2, which is going to equal 8. And you see how that writes? It writes pretty good, guys. I'm going to go ahead and zoom in here. It writes really good. I'll do it again. Let's do 8 times 9 equals 72. I'm doing some simple multiplication here. And you know, as you can see, it writes really well. You have different designs here. Now, as far as the writing tools here, we have a ballpoint pen, we have a fine liner, we have a highlighter, we have a regular pencil, we have a mechanical pencil. Now, if I'm saying this correctly, we have a calligraphic pen, we have a marker, we have a shader, and we have a paintbrush. And these are just some of the tools that you can use to write on this digital board. And we'll go over all that in just a second here. Now let's go back to the menu. Now with the menu, the filter by, we have the notebooks. That's just going to filter by the notebooks that you create. Go back here, we have the PDFs. Now this is just you upload any PDFs and have the PDF format, it's going to automatically put it in this folder here. I have 2 right now. And you can change some of your quick sheets to the PDF format. Going back to the menu, we have ebooks. So if you upload an ebook to your reMarkable, it's going to automatically go into this folder. And I have an ebook here. Just going through, and that resolution looks really good. I can really see these words here. Looks really good. So go ahead, get out of that. Go back to the menu. Now we have the favorites here. All right, so either you can add a favorite down here, just add it, and you can add a quick sheet to there, or if you have your other sheets or other notebooks, let's go back to my files. And here's how you add a favorite. Like I'll say I want to add this math notebook to my favorites. All I'm going to do is I'm going to hold down the math notebook like this. Now it says favorites up here. You guys can see that. It says favorites right here. So I'm going to click on this favorites. And now it added a star to this math notebook. So now when I go back to my menu and go to favorites, I have math here. So this is an easy way to find your notebooks and your quick sheets here. Now let's go to tags. Now with tags, same thing. You can add a tag down here and it's going to put up a quick sheet. But if you have already notebooks and files, let's say we want to open up, open up quick sheets here, and I want to add a tag to this specific quick sheet on page 3 of 8. So what I'm going to do here, there's a tag down here, looks like a tag. I'll go ahead and click on that, and I'm going to add a tag here. I'm going to hit add new tag, and let's say I'll just put food or something like that. That's food. I'm going to go up here to create after I type what I need in, and it's going to associate food with this specific page here. So now when I go back to tags here, it'll have the food here, and it'll have page 3 of 8. So I'll just click on that, and it's just an easier way to get to it. It's just an easy way to organize your files here and organize your sheets. All right, so next we have integrations. So you'll click here and you go down to integrations, and I have my Google Drive. Now you can set up your Google Drive or your Dropbox. You go on reMarkable.com, you can set that up, you can add that. So I use this if I don't want to use a reMarkable server, because again, they'll delete what you have. If you haven't opened any files in like 50 days, they'll delete that. But if you want to just back up your files and you just have them, then go ahead and integrate your cloud. So if I click on this, I should have my cloud information here, and I have my cloud information there. All right, so let's go ahead and go back to files. All right, so we have everything here. We have my files, filter by, favorites, tags, and integrations. Now down below, we have trash, we have guides. This is just what I've sent to my trash. We have guides. Now this is some guides if you want to. It'll show you what to do. This is ways of working, features and functionality, and you have gestures. You can go online and get some more guides here. So if you don't know exactly what to do, just follow these little quick guides here, and it'll walk you through the features and functionalities of the reMarkable Pro. We're gonna go back. And then you have settings. All right, so in settings here, I'll bring this up, and I have my studio light shining on this, and you can see how good. If this was glass, you wouldn't be able to see this at all. You can see how good it just kind of kills that glare. So that's why I like this here. So in the settings, you have the general, you have battery, you have storage, security, and accessibility. I'll give you the general, give you the software version, the marker version. You can update that as well. Down here you have flight mode. So if you're on a plane, you can put it in flight mode. You have restart and turn off. Your Wi-Fi, guys, you can just attach it to your network. You have your battery here. It'll just give you the percentage of your battery, and it's giving you a standby mode. So in your standby mode, it'll turn off the display, inactive display in 20 minutes. That's what I have it set for. You can have it set for 5 minutes or 1 hour. And I'm pretty sure if you have it set for 5 minutes, it'll save that battery life. You have your storage here. This one, it says it's 64 gigabytes of capacity of storage. That may, like maybe 15 may be the system, but right now it's saying 0.57 gigabytes I've used out of 46. All right, So 46 and maybe 15 to 20 may just be the operating system that it's using. So 65 gigabytes is a lot for an e-ink machine like this. You have USB connection and you have your sync. You can just check sync. You can sync this with the reMarkable server, and you can sync this, and it should sync automatically, but you can just check the sync and make sure it's sync. Right now it says sync without connect. That's and it's saying without connect, only files used and synced online in the last 50 days will continue to be stored in the cloud and updated in our apps. So if it hasn't been used in the last 50 days, it can drop off from their servers. All right. So we have security. You put your passcode in. We have some accessibility here, and accessibility will be handed as what hand are you. I'm left-handed, and then your font size. What font size do you want? Standard, or you can have large. All right, so that's it for just the settings. Let's get into the fun stuff here. All right, so let's go ahead and I'm going to create a quick sheet so we can just start writing. I'm not going to create a notebook, so let me go ahead and cancel this, and let's go to my files, and I'm gonna hit add here, and I'm gonna get a quick sheet, and let me show you how this thing writes. Zoom in here for you guys, and all right, so it feels like paper and it's very smooth. So if I can writing something here, it just feel like I'm writing on paper. All right, so the good thing with the reMarkable Pro is now they have colors. They have black, gray, white, blue, red, green, yellow, cyan, and magenta. So I got blue here. Let's say I do blue. Look how it looks. See, so it'll kind of go on black at first, then it'll change the color. So if I put like a cube or something like here, it'll kind of go on black, but it'll change that color to blue. All right, so do that again. Pretty good. Change it to blue, and let's do red. See how it's changed right after I'm writing it. And you can do, it's color pencils here. All right, let's do cayenne. And that's pretty good. And the screen refreshes a lot, and it'll refresh a lot also in the sun. I think it refreshes even more. So if it's refreshing, that's fine. You notice that after you're writing or after you're scrolling through, you scroll with 2 fingers, you know that the screen refreshes a little bit, and it kind of has like a little shadow effect. And once it refreshes, it'll get that little burn in. It looks kind of like a burn in right up here, but it'll refresh automatically, and that burning will be gone within a minute or 2 or a few seconds. All right, then we have the highlighter. So if I'm writing something, so I'm gonna write something here, I'll show you how the highlighter works. Black, and I'm gonna bring it down a little bit. I'm gonna write this as a test. Then I'm gonna get the highlighter here, hold that, and I'm gonna do a yellow highlighter. Make sure I got that, okay. And then I'm just gonna highlight this. And now I have a yellow highlighter. So it looks pretty good. All right, this is what this does. reMarkable does. It highlights the text. So that's actually pretty cool. All right, now before I continue with this, I'm gonna go back and show you guys the light here. So here's, you click on this. This is gonna be the battery life. I have 28% left, but I wanna show you the night light. So right now I have it like on 3, but if you keep on bringing that up, this thing will kind of glow in the dark. So if you're writing at night, you can write, just go ahead and put the brightness up all the way, and you can write at night with no problem. So you don't really need a light. You can write in the dark, and you should be good to go. But I keep it like right here, go back. Oop. I keep it right here to about 3. But if it gets a little bit darker, you don't have to rely on a night light. And here you got the Wi-Fi, you got airplane mode. This is a shortcut. And then you have this screen, live screen, where you can go ahead and make your screen live. So if you're teaching something, you're teaching a math problem, or you're teaching English, you can hit this button, make sure your projector or your TV is on the same Wi-Fi, and then you can go ahead and do a live presentation. Let's get back to the writing. Which one? Quick notes. All right, so this is a test. Another cool thing you can do, you can convert what you write into text. All right, so you can go ahead, you use a tool, this tool right here, and you can go ahead and do like this, and it'll what it'll do is it'll highlight it. All right, next is you can add text. So we'll get adding text, and I'm just gonna write, you know, this is a test, and you can have text and you're writing all at the same time. And I'll go and close that, and I have this as a test. Let me see if I can go ahead and edit that. Let's see if I can edit this. I'll go back to this and let's do edit text, and you can edit that just like that. Now I'm not sure how. Let me see if I can hold it down and increase the font size. Yeah, I can increase the font size here. There we go, and I increase the font size just like that. So let me put it back. So you can type, if you have, especially if you have some type of keyboard, you can type and you can write at the same time. So that's pretty cool. All right, so let's go to eraser. So this thing does have eraser on the back, or you can kind of set it to erase from here. Let's see if I can do that. Erase selection, and it'll erase that. And let's see, yeah, it'll erase if you have it set. But the cool thing is it has an eraser on the back. So what you do is you just go ahead and do it like this. And then when you release, it'll erase. All right, so if I'm erasing like this, it's not gonna, it'll erase, you'll see it get lighter, but as you release, then it'll take what you erased. So like that, and erase. And I'll probably do more videos, just going a little bit more details. I'm just trying to go really quick, real fast. All right, so that's cool. So if you want to, I'll go ahead and write again, this is a test. Now you want to move this, you can do this little lasso tool here and go ahead and it'll highlight it, and now you can just move it where you kind of want it to move. And that's actually pretty cool. You can use that. All right, and the next one here is going to be just a layer. You want to put a template over this. If you want to make this a planner, you go down and hit click template. And there's a couple of things you can do with that that layer thing. But you know, you can put dot buttons, day planner. You can put dot small. You can do is put grid systems on the page, and that's just something that you can add to the page. Again, this is I'm shallow here, so I'm trying to be a little shallow with what I'm teaching you guys. So I'm not going into too much details. All right, this is going to be your back, and this is going to be your forward. All right, and this down here, put this up for you. Now here's your tags here. All right, so here's your tags down here that you can tag this page, and you can get to it a little bit quicker. It's like a shortcut. Then you have some quick sheets. There's some more settings down here for the page. Now this page here, let me go up. I'm on a new page, so I'm gonna go ahead and go across, show you guys something here. So to scroll your pages, like again, you use your 2 fingers scroll up, but to go over, you use 1 finger. Sometimes it does it, sometimes it's a little finicky. Let me go ahead and exit out of there, and I'm gonna go to quick sheets again. And this is page 3. I'm just gonna get back to page 2. There we go. Page 2. All right, so now I'll go down a little bit, and let's go ahead and write. All right, this is a test, and I'm going to show you this, what you can do. So now if you hit this button right here, it'll take with the quick sheet, you get your PDF settings. You can enable shapes, adjust your view, increase contrast, present with screen share, so you can present it. You can send to it by email, you can search, you can add notes, and it should have a spot where you can convert these words here to text. Let me make sure I can find that. Now we have it here, convert to text. So I'm going to click on that, and then it'll it'll start converting. And then you have it right here, welcome to my YouTube page. So you can write a whole story or a whole book and convert it to text. And then you can send it to your email, or you can send it, you can click this again, send to email, or you can save it. You can save it on your server, on your own server, your Dropbox, your Google Drive, and this will definitely sync up with the reMarkable app server as well. So that's pretty cool, guys. So if you're taking notes at your job, you write it down and convert all your notes to text, and then you can send it to your email. All right. Let's go back to this. All right, so for the most part, and that's kind of just what I wanted to show you guys, it's actually really seamless. It writes really well. It does feel like you're writing on paper. Now it's not going to feel like 100% paper, but it is the next best thing. You got the options on the side, and you can hit this button right here. And if you're writing, you don't want all those options on there. You can just, then now that, let me show you. I'm not sure if you guys saw that. This button right here, you can hit this button at the top, and it'll get rid of all these options that you can write kind of more in peace where nothing's on the side here. So that's why I want to really show you guys really quick. I may in subsequent videos go into a little bit more details, but I just want to show you real quick what this thing can do. All right, so now I'm going to show you how to send whatever you write or any document that you have to your email. All right, so basically what you do is you go down here, and there's 4 squares here. You go and click on this, and it brings up a selection page. All right, so in the selection page, I already have my page selected. Let me see if I can zoom in without blurring anything. It's to show you. So you see up here, it has an arrow button. So as you go ahead and click this arrow button, it's gonna bring you to a send by email page. So I'm going to click the arrow button. Now it says send by email. So you have send to, you can add your email address here, and you can add a message here. And then what you can do is, you can see it down here, you can send as either a PDF, you can send as a PNG, an SVG, or a text and email. You can also export either a landscape or portrait, and you have some option for grayscale pens. So let me go back again, and that's how you send by email that way. But you can also send by email this last option here. We're skipping the tags. All right, and you're just going to click on this. And what you can do here is you see where it says send by email there. You hit send by email, and it'll bring you back to the send by email page where you can put your email message and send as what format you want to send it in. This down here is if you want to, what page that you want to send. So out of these pages here, I can send, let's say this current page I'm on right now, I'll go ahead and click it. It's clicked, and I can go ahead and send it. So when you send, I'm sorry, let me get it where you guys can see it. So when you send, now it's saying what address you want to send it to. So you can send it to an email address. You can add some notes to it, or you can send it via PDF, PNG, CVG file, or text and email. So you can send your documents to your emails actually really quickly. So you want to send this page, you can just go to that page and then hit that button down there and send like that. I don't know where you can select all here. I'm not sure why you can't just select one page, and you probably can, or do it like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and cancel that. All right, but that's all I have to say, guys. I'll catch you guys on the next video, but until then, y'all have a great day out there.